Man, kick us off. Let's talk about, getting in the right rooms. How do you get that dialed in? What's the right way? What's the wrong way? Once you do get in the room, how do you not, expire your invitation to the next event if you burn the relationship, burn the room. So I think this is really key and be really fun conversation to dive into, kicking things off.
Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna make it as simple as I can from when I was the guy going, how do I get in that room, right? How do I do that? And you would have people going, well, you just do. And I'm like, well, that's great, but what the heck does that mean? Like, how do I just do? And people would talk, you're going to get all the best coaches out there. And I've learned so much from so many. And I think that's really the piece that I want people to understand. It's not any one thing somebody says that's like, oh, that's it. There you go. Now I've got it all figured out. It's not how it works. My dad taught me, work smarter, not harder, work smarter, not harder. And he drilled it in my head, hang out with the right people, blah, blah, blah. And I did those things. But the problem was he never taught me how to work smarter. He taught me how to work harder, right? Give me a phenomenal work ethic, right? I had a paper route and he said, okay, you want to make twice the money? I'm like, yeah, and I got to make twice the money as this. This is good, but I got to double this. And he's like, well, then go get 2 paper routes. That's smarter. Well, the reality was I did that, but it wasn't smarter. It was harder. I had 2 now, right? Yeah, I made more money, but I made the same amount of money just twice by doing twice the work and twice the time. Now I've got a time problem. You can only have so much time. You can't stretch a day, right? Days don't get so much time in it. So you can't live by that method. That's not smarter. That's harder. It's working. It's a great work ethic, and you're going to get paid, proportionate to the time you're putting in. Your trading time for money. Well, a lot of things in life are trading time for money, and we can all do that, and we can do that okay, and you can get something. But are you ever going to get to the level you really want? You can't until you learn leverage. When you learn to leverage, now twice as much money in the same amount of time. And I learned that. And then the next piece is, okay, great. Now start leveraging that. Now I can make the twice as amount of money in half the time, but now use the same amount of time. And now you doubled that again. Now you start doing something. Now you have residual incomes, you get your business paying you, you got money making you money, and then you learn that path. So I started to learn that. Well, when I learned that, it gave me opportunities to talk to better people, better meaning just better at the level I was trying to get to. And I learned I got to stop talking to people that are making $40,000 if I want to make 100. And the number one number of people, Johnny, everybody tells you, right? What do you want to make? I want to make 100 grand. Okay. Have you ever made it? Most people, the answer is no. And if the answer is no, okay, great. Then get in a room with the people who are making 100 grand. Don't get in the room with the guys making 40,000, 50,000, just like you, because they don't know how to make 100 grand. Well, they can talk it and they can read books and you can do these things. They all play into it. But when I learned to get in the room with those people, well, how do you do that? Be authentic. You've heard this a lot. So my number one, if I was writing these down, number one, be authentic, be you. The people that resonate to you are going to resonate to you. The people that aren't going to resonate to you, that don't like you, they're just not. And it's okay. The problem is we think everybody needs to like us. I used to think the same way. I got to get everybody to like me. You don't. What you have to be is interesting to people so they look at you deeper, and then you have to bring value to their world. Well, it's really simple. It's so simple, yet we think it's so difficult. It's not easy. You have to do it, and you have to be purposeful, right? You have to dial it in. So we talk about that, and that's why I created something called Dialed In, because I had to learn how to dial all this in. And we always play around it, but we don't just dial it right in. And what I mean by that is be authentic and start conversations with them. And the number one person they want to talk about is them. And you have to remember that. It isn't you. And we all go in with, I need to tell them something brilliant about me. I need to say a story. They say something and you don't want to be that Me Too guy, right? Oh my God, you did that? Yeah, me too, but mine was even better. And oh my God, you should talk to me.
Yeah.
You're the first person I don't want to talk to, right? You just try to steal my thunder. Like, it's a negative all the way around. So what I found was when I asked them about them, I listened to what they say. Sometimes it's a matter of just listening to the conversation they're having with someone else, and they're talking about something that matters to them. Find the time, lay out the room, be strategic, be dialed in on what you're doing. I want to meet that person. When I see them walking that way, okay, it's obvious they're walking over to the bar. They're walking over towards the bathrooms. They're walking over towards, the hallway, or maybe they're on their phone now to walk outside. They're going to come back in. I'm going to position myself now to be where they're going to come back across my path. Yeah. And then when they do, I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm going to get in their way by accident, very purposely, because I'm dialing right into what I want to do. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Oh, hey, aren't you? Boom. I'm Kurt Shewell. Nice to meet you. Thank you. If I remember right, you're into this and this, aren't you? The first thing, oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Who are you again? Boom. Oh, yeah. Boom. Now they heard your name again. They're going to remember my name. And now they start talking to you and they start telling you on that, and be genuine. Just stay on that. That's what matters to them. And now you're starting a conversation. Then ask the next question that leads more and deeper. Well, wait a minute. How did you get into that? I mean, what made you even think that way? Oh my God. Oh, you know where I start. They can't wait because nobody asks them about these things. They want to know where they are now and what they can do and how you can give me something. That's what people come. They come to take, right? We always learn that expression. So number 2, make deposits before you ask for a withdrawal, right? And we know this. And Johnny, you're one of those guys who was jamming it in my head as my coach for a lot of years, right? A long time. Make deposits before you take withdrawals. So I'm making deposits into them that I really genuinely care. When you start like, okay, that's really neat. That's kind of neat. Okay, I have some kids, and I have to apply that method. Not, let me tell you what I did with mine. They don't want to know what you did with yours yet. You're not there. Stop trying to take withdrawals. Make more deposits. Okay, so you did this, then you did this. Well, I still, give me the bridge. Connect me to this. How did that happen? Well, here's what I did next. Whoa. Well, I had to have a person. Wait a minute. Can I ask, if I'd be so bold, how did that person give you the ability to put you in that room? I mean, like for you are connected to these people. I would love to know some of these people in this room, but I don't know them. And what's the first thing they're saying? Oh my God, who do you want to meet? Oh, I can introduce you. I know them all.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're their freaking friend, right? And now they feel compelled. I want to do something back for you because you just made me feel. I make them feel something. That's the value.
That's the big thing. Yeah. It's the feeling thing. And getting down to, like I loved what you said there, right? Not only kind of their goals, their aspirations, where are they at now? What were the struggles? What did they overcome in the past? Just it's the whole, like you said, right? If you want to be interesting, be interested, and staying interested in them. One of the best pieces of advice I was given, especially, I love what you said, right? Like get into the room that you aspire to. And one of the things I'll never forget, it was never give advice to somebody that's a little further down the path than you are unless they ask. And I see that so many times, people just like trying to give advice and I'm just watching it and I'm like, this dude's 14 chapters ahead of you on their journey. They never did ask you for your advice. And so that was always just kind of a good rule of thumb, and being able to get into that room and just ask a ton of great questions. But the number one thing you said, be authentic. Don't come across that you're trying to gain something. You're really just trying to learn. Just ask questions, try to make a connection.